So the challenge of saying something meaningful in 5 minutes, being the first, and being puppy pregnant, so it's going to be amazing. I hope that we can take a meaningful learning out of this. So I'm going to talk about learning better by feeling better. Pregnancy has been a challenging experience, humbling to say the least, but also teaching moments. So sometimes I knew about the body changes, but maybe the cognitive part got me a little bit out of surprise. So there are some times that I'm talking and I lose the words in the middle of what I'm saying. Sometimes I pause because I have no idea where I was going, but then I have to quickly get back to it and kind of make it flow. So working with L&D has actually been a challenge, being pregnant and kind of keeping it up. But it's also proven a bit about the point that I wanted to bring. When we feel positive emotions, when we feel that we're feeling good, that we're comfortable, that we have joy, gratitude, curiosity, interest, when we feel in the present moment, it broadens our repertoire of thoughts and actions. So how does this work? When I have this spiral, this positive spiral of positive emotions, it's like I'm creating a wider thinking about how to make better neuron connections. How can I make better connections? How do I feel safe? And with that, I also connect with other people. So this also gives me bonding, and then it helps me develop physical, mental, and social resource. So with that, I also feel that I can trust people better. I feel that I have more oxytocin. It lowers my cortisol response, and it makes me feel that I can relax. The opposite is true, and maybe we can relate more to the negative than the positive. Unfortunately, this happens about our negative bias, where the negative experience sometimes have a bigger impact, and it keeps on our memories for longer. So for example, if somebody was mean to you in 5th grade, maybe you remember more than a compliment that you received last week. Because usually the negative things keep with us longer. But the positives, we have to really work hard on it to make it amplified, to make it wider, to make it keep. So how can we create these moments? How can we remember doing our trainings, doing our L&D experiences to make people feel more comfortable, to make people feel safer? So with that, people tend to bond. So when we have negative emotions or stress, or we feel that we are in fear, our brain narrows to this specific problem, and it says, Mayday, I have a problem, I have a threat, I have to focus on the solution. And that's why we have this focus point, and it's hard for us to create new ideas, to create new cognitive actions, or new synapses. When we feel relaxed, our brain's like, okay, this is important. I can keep this. This is gonna matter. So it amplifies a way to keep the information, and with that, it transforms. So it helps us grow, it helps us create memory retention. The positive emotions boost dopamine, it boosts oxytocin. That's also really good for us to feel connected, to feel present, and that our body can relax, and that we can feel it open. So we notice learning, we notice how our brains are making new connections, and we can learn all the time about neuroplasticity. It's always amplifying. We just have to feel a bit more relaxed and feel a bit more better to allow this to happen, so that we're not always running around really stressed and not being able to keep things. Maybe how many of you can relate that you do an amazing training and people don't remember about it maybe the next day or 1 week after? So how can we play, or how can we keep these positive emotions in range for people to actually feel more present? Because emotion modulates attention, and attention modulates learning. So when we amplify our positive emotions, so you can start maybe a training with a positive experience. Maybe you're going to remember about the pregnancy lady that was talking about positive emotions. So maybe share something personal, share something about what's happening to you that will create the connection, that will amplify the positive emotions, that will keep the mood light, full, so that people feel better, feel safe, feel present, And with that, they focus. And where the attention goes, the energy flows where the attention goes. So I love this phrase, it's from Otto Sherman about the presency. So basically, it modulates our learning. What we keep, the positive emotions say, this is important, let's keep, let's make it happen. So when you're designing a learning experience, when you're organizing what to do, I know that we are all about perfect slides, and we have so much content that we want to go forward, and that we want people to know, but maybe go safety before strategy. How can people feel seen? How can people feel belong? How can they can have psychological safety, positive emotions, to feel that they can relax in the same place? Curiosity over control. With people feeling safe, they'll make questions. They'll actually understand that they have more engagement, that they'll have more possibilities of curiosity. Curiosity is a positive emotion, interest as well, and then we kind of have more of attention. And then stories before slides. We want people to remember, we want the content to stay. So this is what I wanted to share with you. I hope I did it in 5 minutes. So thank you very much.